Thank you very much, Xoli. A very good evening to you. Let's start off with this. Jordaan's fraud and theft case returns to the Arendse Magistrate's Court this week, having been adjourned on the 10th of December for further instructions. It was on that appearance that the state's application to have Norman Arendse recuse himself and the defence's own application for the matter to be struck off the roll both dismissed. Benjamin Leshoro has been following the case and gives us a preview.
Behind me here is the famous FNB Stadium, or Soccer City, if you like. It was the main arena for the 2010 World Cup and hosted both the opening and closing matches. That tournament was largely delivered by Jordaan as the CEO of the local organizing committee. 15 years later, that legacy stands on the brink of collapse as he's accused of theft and of defrauding SAFA, an organization he's led for 12 years.
I'm sure if he is found guilty of the charges of fraud and theft that he is facing, everybody will forget the good work that together with Dr. Ivan Khoza as well as Dr. Molefi Oliphant did during the 2010 FIFA World Cup. I think that legacy will be destroyed if he is found guilty. So nobody will really remember the good work that he did. It shall be such a tragedy.
Jordaan has won the vote for the SAFA presidency on 3 occasions, clearly indicating that he's one of the most powerful football administrators in the country. But does he still wield that power inside that building? Is he still the man he was inside SAFA House? Word is that some NEC members were not happy with his presence at their recent meeting.
I would say yes and no, largely because the NEC is divided right down the middle, because there are those who, despite the criminal charges that he is facing, are still fully behind him. But at the same time, there are those who believe that due to the fact that he is facing criminal charges, common sense dictate, or rather ethically, he should step aside and allow somebody else to take charge until his case has been settled.
There's always been tension between Jordaan and other presidents of African football associations. He did not vote for powerful Morocco to host the 2026 World Cup. He was also snubbed for a FIFA Council seat, losing to Malawi's Walter Nyamilandu just a few years ago.
When you talk to some of the football federation presidents across the continent, one kind of gets a sense of shock from many of them, because I think the majority still can't believe that Dr. Jordaan is facing criminal charges. And most of them, when you speak to them, they say, no, it's not possible. It cannot be true.
The big question, of course, now is whether Jordaan can survive his latest legal woes, or is this simply the beginning of the end of his stronghold on South African football?
And sadly, if he is indeed found guilty when he appears in court this week, people will always remember the bad things or the criminal case that he is facing and never anything good that he has done. And tragically, that would be the end of the road for Dr. Jordaan.
Jordaan and his co-accused, Groni Hluyo, Trevor Niethleng and Grid Communications will be back at the Arendse Magistrate's Court on Friday, where, among other things, we're expecting to find out when trial will begin. It is there that all these questions will be answered. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Benjamin Leshoro in Johannesburg.